Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kodash. Also, as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day, that is continually feeding the flock through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. And also, as well, Shalom to the hopefully elect that's continually laboring in his work, and also do labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth, sincerity, and also in all charity. All right. So the main topic of this video is going to be centered around this current trucking strike that's going down right now in Canada, and things like this, among other things, is contributing to one of the plagues which are written within the scriptures, in which that plague is the plague of famine. Okay. A plague of famine in which there's no food, no water or anything, and it's a process of time to where you have certain things happen that have contributed to empty shelves, food prices going up, especially meat prices. If you notice, the price of meat has skyrocketed, and also as well, what's also added on top of that is this current inflation that is going haywire, so it's going to get to the point in time to where it's going to be a full-blown famine, and things like this, concerning this current strike that's going on, in which trucks, basically that's the main form of transportation when it comes to delivering food to certain stores. And it's documented that the stores that you see today, they only keep a 3-day supply. Okay. And this trucking strike has been going on for weeks now. Okay. I'm about to say a week or so. Okay. It's been going on for a while now. All right. So, like I said again, these are one of the major things that's contributing to the famine. All right. Now imagine that you have the same thing going down here on the soils of America. All right. And guess what? You're gonna have a food shortage. All right, which we're already inching closer and closer to that, as days goes on, because this is happening around the world. This is happening in Esau's world, should I say? Okay, because he has dominion over the planet Earth right now, which is given to him by the Heavenly Father Yahweh, through His Son Yahushai. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and read, this a little bit out of this article. This is from Bloomberg. It says Canada faces empty shelves as trucking snarls hit food supplies. Okay. It says a push to encourage truckers in Canada and the U.S. to get vaccinated is stopping a lot more than just Crown 19 at the border. I can't say the C word, so I want this video to get taken down. Just days after new rules came into effect that require American truckers to be fully vaccinated to cross into Canada, grocers said some produce shelves were bare and the cost of hauling everything from tomatoes to lettuce from the southern U.S. has jumped 25%. Okay. It says America's northern neighbor relies on imports of fresh fruit and vegetables from its biggest trading partner in winter. The vaccine mandate is poised, or should I say vaccine, or the jab mandate is poised to add further strain to a supply chain struggling with labor shortages and weather disruptions. Okay. So, reading on, it says only about half of U.S. truckers are vaccinated, according to estimates from the American Trucking Association. This weekend, the U.S. will bring in its own rules requiring foreign travelers, including truckers, to be vaccinated. Industry groups estimate this will still take as many as 16,000 drivers off the road at a time when demand for hauling is high. So Again, this is due to them requiring truckers to be fully vaccinated, and truckers are standing up against that. You know, and like I said, this is spilling over to America. All right, and it's gonna cause a nationwide famine. All right, a nationwide food shortage. Okay, and like I said at the beginning of the video, it's prophesied. Okay, it's prophesied that this was gonna happen. All right, the Lord was gonna cause this famine to hit America. All right, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 5, and this is at verse 16. It says, "When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread." All right, so the Lord is going to send the evil arrows of famine. Okay, which bears in mind Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, where it says, when the archer bend the bow and shoot. All right, roughly paraphrasing, it says, who can turn an arrow that's shot at a mighty archer? And that scripture is going into the plagues. Okay, and like I said, one of the major plagues that's going to hit this place is going to be the famine. All right, because the famine is going to be used to humble these people that are here, man. Okay, because one of the biggest things that are promoted here in America and around the world is food. Okay, but once that's taken away, then that's when you're going to see a complete breakdown of the psyche of these people. Their mentality. They're going to go from jovial, joyous to in a depressed state if they're not already. Okay, so again, the Lord is sending those evil arrows of famine, which is for their destruction. Okay, and so this is for the purpose of destroying these people. All right, the ones that have fought against Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and his people. Okay, and the Lord said he's going to increase the famine. All right, now increase the famine, in other words, on a small scale is already taking place, but the Lord's going to increase the famine. All right, to the point to where I'm gonna get here in a little bit, in Ezekiel the 4th chapter. All right, and it's gonna break down what's gonna happen when the Lord continually increases the famine upon these people. Okay, and let's see, verse 17, it says, "So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, have spoken it." All right, now moving on from there, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 4, and this is at verse 16. It says, "Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care." See, and that's the Lord increasing the famine. All right, they're going to eat bread by weight and with care. All right, rationing the food that they have. All right, and it says, "And they shall drink water by measure." All right, so only maybe taking a few sips, and that's it. Maybe take like 4 or 5 sips of water and be done for the day. That's going to be reality. All right, these people think that this is just some made up fantasy that we're just spewing. No, this is going to be reality. Okay, this is coming to a city near you. All right, it says they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. All right, why? Because they have never seen anything like this hit America before. All right, where there's a complete food shortage around the nation. Okay, because these people have been groomed to indulge in food and drink. All right, bread and circus. Okay, so once that's taken away, they're going to be astonished. All right, Actually, I'm gonna get that word astonishment for a second. I want to get the actual definition. All right. So it's the word astonishment. This is shum one. All right. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, shum one. All right. It says horror, dismay, appallment. All right. Stupefaction, astonishment. Okay. Amazement. See, amazement. Yeah, because they're going to be amazed at the condition that they're in. All right. But it says here, again, it says horror, dismay. All right. So these people are going to be terrified when they see this happen. All right. They're going to eat and drink with care and by measure, and they're going to be horrified. Okay. And amazed. Verse 17, it says that they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. All right. And that's really going to lead into a further breakdown of this current society, because once that take place, these people are going to lose it, and they're going to resort to raiding each other. All right. And actually, let me see if I can get that real quick. It's like you. Bear me for a moment. Yep. So this book is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and this is at verse 19. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword." Right. Basically come in with their own militia, their own factions. And you see that in these different movies where you have these different factions of people grouping up. All right. This is what's going to take place. People are going to rally up with each other. They're going to group up, in teams, little squadrons, and they're going to go out and hunt, man. All right. Let's see, Slacky. Yeah, I'm going to read it from the top again of verse 19. It says, "And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread." That's why. That's why they're going to do this, because of the lack of bread. All right. And for great tribulation. Okay. So when this happens, you're going to see this. All right. They're going to destroy the houses, raid the houses with the sword, spoil the goods. All right. Because there's no bread. All right. There's no food. Okay. They're gonna be hunted, literally. All right. And also for great tribulation. Okay. So, like I said, this is going to become a reality. All right. And these people are going to be horrified and amazed at what's happening. All right. And what I showed you here in this article, this is part of the beginning stages of what's coming. Empty shelves. All right. Food shortages. All right. Because like I said, trucks are our main form of transportation when it comes to these goods. And once that's done away with, all right, or something happens, in which case you're seeing it happening right now, all right, you're going to see famine increase, like I just read earlier. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Lord's will, you are fed with this word. And again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the others of great millstone and rule to this day. And also Shalom, peace and safety. Salutations to the whole elect that's laboring this work. And I'll continue to labor to show for your diligence to make a call and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. And with that, go say Shalom.